Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CB Smith Reserve for this round 27 clash between the Moreland Zebras and the Whittlesea Rangers, as both sets of teams make their way out into the park. Going through the handshakes there now. We'll go through the respective team lineups in a second. But joining me today in commentary is Joe Sala, President of the Moreland Zebras. Joe, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks very much, Dom. Lovely to be here. And by the way, if nobody's mentioned it before, I'm standing left-hand side of me is a four-time championship winning coach, Dominic Montezano, with the Zebras thirds. Good job, Dom, again.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks very much, mate. Yeah, decent effort last night from the boys. Managed to get a 3-1 win against Latrobe and wrap up the title last night. So we're focused now on the final series. So
much too modest, Dominic. 3 in a row. You left it to your brother last year. Obviously didn't bring home the chocolates, but this year you made amends.
We did, Joe, definitely. So it was great to see from the boys, mate.
Excellent work.
We'll go through the team lineups and starting with the opposition team in the Whittlesea Rangers, the visitors for today. Starting lineup there, number 18, Jonathan Datillo. Number 6, Christopher Dibb. Number 43, Andrew Doig. Number 20, Tobias Hagel. Number 25, Calvin Mabarga. Number 3, Aidan Mustadanic. Number 22, Anthony Ramsey. Number 4, Joseph C. Number 7, Jose Luis Soto. Number 40, Gian Tapia. And number 17, Anthony Taranto.
And for the Moreland Zebras, in goals, number 1, Andre Genese. Number 16, Davide Cardamone. Number 19, Stefan Cardamone. Number 9, Alec Goodwin. Number 12, Saul Halpin. Number 6, skipper Rashid Mahazi. Number 5, Daniel Petrov. Number 20, Tremaine Sadler. Number 3, Nicholas Simioy. Number 18, Aaron Turner. And number 11, Jacob Williams.
As we are underway here, Rangers with the kick-off there now. Turned it over, Zebras in possession, Petrov with it. Raining just sort of on and off the start of this game, Joe. And, looks like it's still light sprinkler showers coming through at the moment.
Doesn't look good in the forecourt there, Dom. Looks a bit dark, so we might expect the same sort of activity all afternoon long, with the Zebras kicking down towards the Landtrack side of the ground, which is the southern end.
Geneza now, long ball, going in the run there of Alec Goodwin, but can't find him. Header out from the Rangers. As far as Petrov, though, bring it back down. Cardamone in the middle for the Zebras, finds Williams. Williams back to Stefan Cardamone, links up with his brother Davide. Both Cardamone boys starting the match here today for the Zebras. Out wide to Petrov now. Petrov slips underfoot, trying to get the pass there to Simioy. And expect a little bit of that today, Joe, I think. Especially with the rain and the conditions of the ground at the moment. It's going to be very slippery underfoot.
Yeah, a little bit greasy early on while the water tries to work itself into the soil. So it's a little bit slippery early on.
There's a long throw in there from the Rangers, but nothing doing, and Petrov sees it over the line for a Zebras goal kick. First one of the game for Genese.
Yep, Genese going to get an early touch and suss out what's going on. Decides that he's going to go short this time.
And good option short. Finds Turner now. Turns into the middle. Looking for Halpin. Great turn there from him, but can't keep control. Rangers with it. All the way back to their goalkeeper.
Zebras lining up with 3 up front. Alec Goodwin's gone to the right-hand side. Steph Cardamone on the left-hand side, and Saul Halpin's holding up the front position. In the midfield, Tremaine Sadler slotted into the middle on the left-hand side. David Cardamone ahead of him. Rashid Mahazi. And the back four of Nicholas Simioy. Petrov in the middle with Jacob Williams, and Tremaine Sadler at left back.
So Sadler with the ball now, receives it back from Williams. Has a look at his options forward, goes a long way over the top, Halpin into a little bit of space there. Nope, linesman's flag's gone up. First offside of the game there against the Zebras. Good build-up play though from the Zebras coming through the back there, Joe. Signs looking good, only a minute or so into this game, but Zebras wanting to stamp their authority early, I guess.
I hope I'm wrong, Dominic. I'm just seeing a couple of had one turn, Saul Halpin, and reacted badly and hasn't moved as freely since, just been watching him. So
nothing serious there, runs it off.
Rangers looking to force the issue. Ramsey, Cardamone in his way.
From the Cardamone boys there this year, Joe. Done a sensational job in the midfield, David there, and Stefan complimenting him this year as well.
Yeah, young Stefan's a little bit of work to do for developing himself. He's only a youngster at 19 years of age, but by the shape of his body, looks like he can...
Solid boy, I think he can take care of himself out there.
Indeed. Another couple of pre-seasons under his belt, and we might be looking at someone that forced some issues.
Definitely, Joe, definitely. Free kick taken there from Rangers, comes out wide airport side of the ground. Simio there battling, wins the ball. It's a Zebras throw in. Young
Nicholas played centre half last week against St Albans. Did an admirable job in the absence of Jacob Williams. Today slots big straight up into the right back position. All Rangers looking to have a little dig from outside.
And that they did. First shot of the game from the Rangers. Well wide though of Genese's goal and really wasn't threatening him on that occasion.
Untold number of injuries this year, Dominic. Team looking decidedly different. And we've had to use the entire squad, which is the reason why you have a good depth of squad. You never know when these situations occur. But 5 first team players, Rangers cut out throw for Moreland Zebras. Today's game brought to you by Perfect Timber Floors.
Just as the rain's starting to get a little bit heavier there now, Joe. Make it a little bit more difficult for the players. Ball comes in through the middle. Turner brings it down. Comes back out wide to Sadler. Sadler looking back. Goes to Williams. Luckily he cut that off because the Whittlesea Rangers player was in action. But he's actually into a spot now with a quick throw in. Williams to cover. Comes through. Mahazi cleans up for the Zebras. Brilliantly done.
Ooh,
Still
they got
no.
it.
And done. Williams once again. Brilliantly defended. Throw in for the Rangers.
We're going to have to be quite careful with the back passes here. Whittlesea don't have the strategy, but do have the willingness to want to make the Zebras pay for any mistakes, Dominic. So I note Jacob Colosimo starting on the bench, Mario Pirano starting on the bench.
Throw in taken. Tries to bring it down, but come off his chest. Look, a bit more of a handball there, Joe, but ball's gone out for a throw in anyway for the Zebras.
Yeah, the senior linesman not in the right way place to see that.
Throwing comes in, finds Cardamone.
So game ready, not settled into a pattern here. Neither team allowing the other too much space to do too many things.
Push there, found, yep, referee's called the foul.
Looking to go short, decides to go long.
Looking for the runner helping.
Up the channel, nodded away by the Rangers. Well, Halpin's got one there, loses possession.
Yeah, just too many players around him there, couldn't get into that space to get the ball under control. And Rangers clear, but only as far as the touchline there, not even over Turner. Turner, back to Halpin, who then retreats back to Petrov. Petrov to Mahazi. Mahazi back to Turner. Back to Mahazi, linking up a few players. Great ball over the top. And Stefan Cardamone is going to be called offside here. Just.
And the pictures coming to you live from CB Smith Stadium at Marvellous Moreland. Hope you're enjoying it through Zebras TV on youtube.com/watch.
As the Rangers take the resultant free kick from the offside there. Just waiting for one of the Whittlesea Rangers players to do their shoelace up.
Young Anthony Ramsey.
So a short one comes in, finds Ramsey. Rangers with possession now, coming through the back, cut off there. Halpin wins it. Oh no, Goodwin wins it back for the Zebras. Takes too much of a touch though. Cleared out. Petrov gets behind. Still with it, Petrov. Referee's found another foul there. Quick one taken. Mahazi with the ball now. Back to Williams.
Petrov twice slipping down now. Whether we've got the right foot attire remains to be seen, Dominic, but a couple of slips there by the centre half, Daniel Petrov. Had a good season so far, Daniel Petrov, very steady.
Past Mirabella medalist as well for the Zebras, Joe.
Yep, indeed, a Mirabella medalist. We've got 2 out there today. Nicky Simioi, dual Mirabella medalist.
Yep.
Zebras happy to keep possession. looking for the angle. This time it's turned over.
So Rangers with it. Just keeping possession. Back to the goalkeeper in Tapia. Still with the Rangers. Just looking forward. Switching across.
Former Sunshine player Christopher Dibb there.
Oh, pressure from Alec Goodwin. Brilliantly done. Puts him under pressure. Tapia had to clear it in a hurry. Petrov underneath it. Wins the header down. But only as far as the Rangers in the middle of the park now. Still with possession. Coming through. Looking for his options forward. Links up, but Mahazi should be able to clear that. Yes, gets a touch to it. Katamoni. Back to... And the referee's got to sanction something now. There's a few
little bit late
tackles
there.
coming in now. Yeah, late tackles.
A little bit late there. No reaction from David Katamoni, but definitely a late tackle. Just looking for that incisive ball going forward, Dominic, where one of them can get sprung onside in order to have a decent strike. But unable to penetrate just yet. But good early pressure from Alec Goodwin. Saul Halpin looks like he's come away from that turn, moving a little bit freer.
Quick free kick taken there, short one from Petrov, gives it to Jacob Williams over the top.
This time,
Katamoni's still been flagged offside. I didn't think he was off. I know Saul Halpin was in an offside position, but quite possibly there. I
was just about to say this time he is onside, but maybe it was Saul because they've placed the ball towards the middle there. Rangers unable to hold it. Katamoni has to work. Does so.
That ball trickles down towards the line and it does go over for another Whittlesea Rangers throw-in.
Dibb throws it in for Rangers. Has it again. Looks up the line, but goes nowhere. Zebras collect. Mahazi dumped off the ball, but fair enough, says the ref. As Rangers look to come out.
Goodwin cuts it off, gets a touch, and it trickles over the line for another throw-in for the Rangers. Front of the Zebras technical area.
Tony Chunter on the sidelines urging his team on. It looks a little bit flat, the game, and the same could apply for us.
It's another foul there. Same player again. Who's that number player out wide on that wing, Jay? He's given away a few...
Yeah, it looks a little bit loose. Can't quite see his number there. Rangers wearing black numbers on a deep red top doesn't stand
number
out.
4, which is Joseph Sear. So he's had a couple of lazy challenges there. Hasn't been sanctioned yet. I dare say his next one, if it's lazy, is going to be a booking. As Mahazi now wins it for the Zebras, middle of the park.
We're collecting the ball and Whittlesea turning it over very regularly, but so far unable to capitalise on any turnover is Moreland Zebras. This time Mahazi scoops the ball out wide. Sear will get to this first, or comes off Nicky Simuoi as well for a Rangers throw-in.
There's Chunter there, the coach for Whittlesea, collects the ball. Referee just asked them to move back a few metres where the ball actually went out. Tried to sneak a cheeky 10 metres there up the line.
Yeah.
Throw comes in. Off a Whittlesea head, but Samuel brings it down. All the way back to Petrov now, Mahazi. So Zebras just happy to keep possession in their back half now, just moving it around.
Whittlesea look like they've adopted the subdued look and just try to subside anything we do by containing us. And Moreland, the final pass hasn't been good enough to break the deadlock. This time they break, and again they turn it over. So similar pattern so far. There's a good ball out to the wide now to Anthony Ramsey. He flicks it on. Whittlesea looking a little bit more dangerous now as they go forward. All of a sudden sparked into life.
Keeps it in. Over the top, but
the ball on the blind, not always the ball to play, and knocked away by
Tremaine Sadler. So throwing comes in. Williams there on the end of it. Referee's found a free kick.
Has to.
Yep.
I think some tangle of legs maybe there, and Jacob Williams a little bit bemused as to how he could have avoided that. Bit of a dangerous scenario here for Moreland Zebras as Rangers look to capitalise.
Four of their big men coming into the 18-yard box there now. Zebras the marking.
There's centre half Dib and the other centre half both there. Christopher Dib. Is it Andrew Doig could be the other centre half? Not quite sure. There's a left footer, could be an in-swinger. Genesier has to be on his bike.
Oh, save Genesier.
Great save.
It was going in back post and he's managed to get his hand underneath it and palm it over the bar.
Great save. And that was Aidan Mustadanic, who's had a nice strike at that. Lovely left foot. He's come all the way across to maybe go short or take the resultant corner. Looked like it could be a short one.
No, they've got that second player there.
Just to draw a defender away.
Actually drew two away, Joe.
Yep, there you go. Punched away by Genese. A bit of a roll here. Whittlesea Rangers.
Headed out. Jacob Williams, brilliantly done.
Moreland Zebras now on the back foot. Oh, Saul Halpin hasn't done the job. Mahazi has.
Goal kick.
Goal kick. So a little bit of couple of minutes there of a bit of angst as Aidan Mustadanajic. If that was close, I apologise. Mustadanajic, number 3, Aidan with a lovely left foot strike on goal that Genesi had to parry. And again, the wicked outswinger. Today's game brought to you by Crocams.
We'll keep everyone posted for games around the ground as well at the moment, Joe. Being played in current round, but 17 minutes gone here. It's still the Moreland Zebras 0, Whittlesea Rangers 0. And we've got a score.
Turner puts Saul Halpin in the path, and he has. Has he got the pace to go forward?
He does, and it's just wide of the
just
post.
Goes wide. And this time Saul Halpin stays onside, and a lovely through ball by
Turner.
Adam Turner. Just unlucky to go wide. Tapia heart and mouth scenario there while the ball trickled wide. But better signs from Moreland Zebras. Beat the offside trap there at about the 15th attempt. Game hanging in the balance both sides. Bit of an arm wrestle at the moment to see who's got what. Both testing each other out.
As we go, just the results around, or current scores around the ground. 22 minutes gone. Eastern Lions leading 1-0 over Springvale White Eagles. And we've had a goal in the Goulburn Valley Murray United. It's Goulburn Valley 1, Murray United 0. 17 minutes gone there as well.
Early doors for most teams. Well, Rangers get a strike on here.
Oh, it's in. They get the one chance opportunity out wide.
And they do. And the goal scorer was number 3, Aidan Mustadjanedic.
Zebras go down 1-0, 17 minutes gone. Innocuous through ball there, but managed to get through and take the strike. And seconds earlier, Halpin had the chance for the Zebras to go up 1-0, couldn't consolidate on that. And the Rangers managed to get the goal. They're leading 1-0.
Goal Whittlesea Rangers, goal scorer number 3, Aidan Mustadanajic.
So Rangers take the early lead here against the Zebras, leading 1-0. Not the start the Zebras wanted here, Joe. As we said, Saul Halpin had the chance at the other end just minutes earlier to try and get the goal and just miss the post. And a similar sort of chance that the Rangers had to consolidate and score the goal.
And that'll be the difference on days like this, that the job will need to be done. It's unlucky at one end and a goal scoring opportunity at the other end. Moreland will need to push on now. About 18 minutes in.
We are, Jay, yes. 20 minutes to be exact.
Yeah.
So throw in now. Sadler with the ball for the Zebras. Takes a throw. Finds Cardamone. Tries to flick over the top. Stefan now brings it down for the Zebras. Can't get through though. Too much traffic in there.
Yeah, Halpin standing in the road, not really moving anywhere. And a little bit of luck now going the Whittlesea Rangers. Ball over the top. Petrov clears away first time. Cardamone battled hard so far. Loses out this time. Rangers in control. Joseph Sia on the left-hand side. Tries to go round. Goodwin can't do so. Halpin's in possession now again. Hasn't got the pace to go round to the fender. This time he has. Oh, looks... Sends it back, and no one was there.
No one could keep up with his pace, Joe. He got through, but none of the Zebras midfielders were able to get up there and get into a meaningful position to finish that off.
Alec Goodwin not quick enough to react there. The ball cut back as it should have been from Saul Halpin. Zebras gained a corner. Didn't look like he was travelling that fast, but he's managed to travel fast enough to get round to the defender, Saul Halpin. And the only two good chances have fallen to Saul Halpin today so far. Turner goes short. Oh, he lays it back again. Unable to get contact with the Zebras. This time they have a shot.
Petrov with it on the edge of the 18-yard box, I think it was, yes. And it goes wide of the goalkeeper goal. Tap here for Whittlesea Rangers. As he'll line up for the goal kick now. So it's 21 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's Moreland Zebras 0, Whittlesea Rangers 1. Rangers take the short one.
Not the start we're expecting or wanting. This time.
Brilliantly done. Now phone's Halpin.
Oh, it opens up for him.
And he's through it in for Halpin. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal there for the Zebras. He managed to just get past that defender and stroll straight by him, Joe. That's Saul Halpin scores the equaliser for the Zebras. Brilliantly done there by the Zebras. Sadler with the ball, played it into a great ball. So Sadler with the perfect ball through to Saul Halpin. And it looked like he had a defender. The defender just moved out of his way, Joe. It was like the seas parted for him, and he managed to go straight through the middle and score the goal. Turnover from Rangers now. Zebras with their heads up now. Get possession straight back from the kickoff. Looking for the runs through. This player's run there. Halpin's still calling for it as well into space, but Cardamone doesn't...
Confidence is a marvellous thing, Dominic, and Halpin on his toes now, looking for the next one. Demanding it. This time Petrov almost turns it over. Genese have to hoof it away. Doesn't get where he wants it, and it's going to be a throw-in from Moreland Zebras on the left-hand side in front of the perfect timber floor sign. As Moreland Zebras force the issue towards the endless turf side of the ground.
Sadler with the throw in there for the Zebras, looking down the line. Cardamone runs forward. Still looking. Throw comes in. Can't find anyone else though, and Williams gets in the end of it and clears it out of touch.
The seas parted, Dominic, because somebody was prepared to take the defender wide on the right-hand side, and that someone was Steph Cardamone. The defender followed him, and the seas parted for him. So it was a great move. Brilliant move.
Just goes to show for our listeners at home the work off the ball required. It's not only players that are involved in the play, players off the ball just crowding that decoy, and that's what happened there. Moved the defender away and Halpin finished off the rest.
Yeah, this all the coaches will tell you this is a game of mechanics, and the pieces need to move for the benefit of the next piece.
Brilliantly controlled by couldn't get under control there. Cardamone, Stefan.
And so Saul Halpin makes his former teammates pay by scoring that goal. He's indeed had 3 good chances to score, and scores on the third one. Oh.
He won the ball there. I don't know about that, but didn't touch the player. Got the ball clean, but referee still claimed that it was studs up. That was Davide Cardamone.
And
Referee. To see this is. Sorry, Joe.
Referee Bruno, I was going to say, on top of the action today.
As you mentioned in regard to the Cardamone boys, brothers, not the first set of brothers to be playing in the senior Zebras team, Joe.
No.
The Simioi boys that were playing together.
The boys in 2011 were instrumental in the championship year.
Yes.
Nicholas has rejoined us after joining Melbourne City, and indeed being senior cap for Melbourne City has returned to Moreland Zebras.
Throwing comes in now from Whittlesea. Zebras going underneath it, but able to calm that down now. Sadler. Long one through. Brilliant ball. Look at that ball to Alec Goodwin into space.
Plenty of space. The front three's there. And
cross comes in over the goalkeeper's head. Cardamone battling hard. Still challenging there, but can't win it. Zebras still win it back through Sadler. Sadler now. Cardamone. Sadler tries a cross, but it's blocked there by Ramsey from Rangers, and it's gone out for a Zebras throw-in.
Bit more confidence about the front three at the moment. Even Goodwin getting in on the act. Just overhit that ball. A bit too close to the keeper. Well, it's been turned in. Goodwin misread that.
I think he lost his footing there, I think, Joe, or else he would have... and it's offside there. Flag goes up.
Well and truly offside by about a metre. So it wasn't a great margin, but a metre it was.
Sadler been impressive in this first 25 minutes of play, Joe, for the Zebras. Set up the goal for helping, and that through ball to Goodwin was just magnificent.
Yeah, he's got a lovely left foot, Tremaine Sadler. Able to play in the middle as a left-sided or at full back, and good enough to go forward when we have the ball. Short to Turner to Williams. Again finds Turner, little chip ball over the front. Turner makes space available, hooks it on. Goodwin's able to trap it, or lays it off.
Halpin having a blinder as well at the moment, Joe. Brilliant.
Simioi chips over.
Couldn't find him though.
Simioi a bit further up the field there. Moreland Zebras able to tinker that as Aaron Turner dropped into the left-hand position to cover Nicky Simioi while he went forward. Ooh, Simioi just stumbles in.
I think he was pushed into that one there, Joe. Referee not seeing it though. Just some updates from around the ground. We've had some more goals in some of the other fixtures. Eastern Lions now 2-0 over Springvale White Eagles. Murray United has equalised, and it's 1-1 versus Goulburn United. Goulburn Valley Sun, sorry. And Melbourne Victory has taken a 1-0 lead over Sunshine Georgies.
Sunshine Georgies could be the death knell for them. If they don't win, then that'll ease the pressure off Ballarat tomorrow. But sure Eastern Lions and Springvale fighting for third position there on the East Conference. So Eastern Lions not belying their good form against Moreland Zebras, continuing on the good work. So cheerio to Normie and the boys down there at Eastern Lions.
Halpin brilliantly turned. Still with possession, Halpin. Now finds Turner.
Lovely by pay.
Tried to find Cardamone, but couldn't get around the defender. Corner. Don't know how the Lions saw it from back there, Joe. He's all the way on the other side, but he's made to see it.
I think the body language on David Cardamone said, mate, he's put it out. It looked like he put it out. I couldn't get to it. And sure enough, Anthony Ramsey trying to argue the difference here.
So corner for the Zebras. Turner makes his way across to take it.
Hope you're enjoying today's pictures on YouTube through Zebras TV on your Moreland Zebras team app.
Cross gets delivered in now by Turner. Front post. Can't get it over.
Doesn't make the first offender. Rangers come out and Ramsey knocks it forward. Mahazi's done the chase back. Simioi comes across and looks it over. Sadler.
Still with it now. Ball bobbling in the middle of the park.
Sadler
getting in there. Referee not playing the free kick there. Looked like he had a tug of his shirt. Delayed free kick there. I'm not sure what he saw from that one. There was a free kick prior to that, but the Rangers player remonstrating. You noticed though there?
Not quite sure. I didn't actually see that.
Long one over the top, but Simioi able to head that down. Finds Turner. Turner now comes out wide to Goodwin. Goodwin on his bike now, moving down the line. Referee centre hands in the back. And it's a free kick there for the Rangers in front of the technical area, airport side of the ground. As a goal from around the grounds, Joe, that team you just spoke about, Ballarat City, has taken a 1-0 lead over Brunswick City. So at the moment, the Georgies look like they're going to be relegated in the way the scores are, and Ballarat should be safe.
Be happy with that. Former Zebras coach Danny Nidic as he guides Ballarat to safety.
As Petrov comes in, comes off the foot of the Zebras defender, clears it out for another throw-in.
Just in front of the Rose and Gold Wholesale Fruit and Veggies sign. As all the Moreland Zebras sponsors, thank you from all of us at Moreland Zebras for your support during the year. And today our last home game of the season.
Halpin now with the ball for the Zebras, brings it down.
He loses out this time.
Can't get it though.
Doig
Over the
fronts
top.
it forward too hard.
Goes in for another goal kick for Genese.
Oh, that correction, that was Dibb, Christopher Dibb. Doig is the 43, sitting in midfield, the big fella. His numbers very hard to spot on a day like this. Genese, resplendent in the Covo fluoro green. Thanks to our apparel supplier, Covo Sports, for a marvellous season again. The best looking strips in the competition, Dominic.
They definitely are, Joe. As the header goes down from Cartamoni, flick on from Mahazi. Over the top of them again. Playing a little bit of ping pong there, the ball in the middle. But comes out now. Turner, Petrov, back to Genese. Genese, bobbling ball. Managed to get under control though. Finds Sadler out wide. Zebras in space. Looking options forward. Retreats back to Jacob Williams.
Happy to hold the ball, Moreland Zebras. Confident in their ability to do so as well, if with nothing on going forward. Well, this time they lose out. Well, they held back there was David Cartamone. I'm not sure what the referee was looking at. The number 17 had David with both hands above his chest, so I'm not quite sure what Bruno was seeing there. Doig.
Over the top. Williams underneath it. Petrov.
Well, it's a run in here.
But Simioy comes through and cleans up. Williams remonstrating with the referee there. Asking for the free kick, but nothing doing. Throw in taken.
Can't be offside. There's a goal scorer. He's in it. Got a lovely left foot. Misses out this time. Young Aiden Musta Genedic. Correction if that's wrong. Apologies. Bit of a shove there. Stefan Cartamone gets pushed sideways. Rangers with the ball. Little tap in. They get a bit more space.
Offside there. Flag goes up from the linesman.
He looked horribly like he had a lot of room there. He's thrown the ball away, and Bruno's just reminding him that...
Second time it's happened though, Joe. They've kicked the ball away twice and nothing's happened and that sort of thing. So
a bit of a pat on the head there, so it's all fair. Genese moves forward. And the skipper, the Zebras custodian this year, a bit of an up and down season, but undoubted quality. Want to finish off in good form for the last couple.
Genese a long one down the line, looking for Sadler. Wins a header up forward.
Stephen can't make impression there, Cartamoni at the moment. Mahazi picks up. Layback didn't work too much.
And just put the safety of the ball over the touchline.
Right choice.
To risk it there. Throwing comes in. Williams battling away, still winning for the Zebras, kicks it out of play. Playing the safe, doesn't want to risk it there in the back. Throwing comes in again. Into the box now. Turns, comes back out wide. Look for the option. Shot gets taken, but Mahazi dives in, stops it. Studs up there. No, I can't believe there was no foul called there.
No, this one we've got to have. We've got to have. He's given.
How that was not given as a thing. Oh, there's a yellow card. But too delayed, I think.
Yep.
A little bit after's happening there. Meantime, while they're doing that, Cartamoni's still down.
I'm not sure why the 17's run in from all the way from the other side. Or the 20, correction. I'm not quite sure who that is, but he made it his business to run in. Stefan's still quite gingerly up on the floor. as our physio Anthony Murray attends to young Stefan Cardamone. Young Ramsey inquiring, where's the free kick? It's none of your business, son. You move on, says Bruno. I'll work this one out. Body language telling Dominic, Rangers keen to assert their physicality, and Moreland Zebras content to wait and find the angles.
Some more updates from around the ground, Joe. Well, we've got the stop in play. Melbourne Victory's now taken a 2-0 lead over the Sunshine Georgies. 40 minutes gone in that game.
Looks like curtains for Sunshine at the moment.
Currently still 1-0 up for Goulburn Valley. 34 minutes gone over Murray United. Eastern Lions still 2-0 up over Springvale White Eagles in the 39th minute there. And 36 minutes gone. It's Ballarat City 1, Brunswick City 0.
Yeah, Brunswick City will be keen to impress their new coach Rick Marchioli after the departure of club legend George Karkaletsis, who left them a couple of weeks ago. So they'll be keen to do a bit better than that.
As Cardamone made his way... No, doesn't have to get off the ground because there was a yellow card given. That's the ruling there. So even though the physio came on the ground because the yellow card was awarded, Stefan does not have to go off the ground, Joe. I only found out about that a few weeks ago.
Well, there you go. That's one that escaped me, but I wonder, I was always thinking ill of the referees. Yeah. It's always handy to know the rules, Dominic.
It is. As Cardamone tries to bring it down there for Zebras, Mahazi headers it down. Looking for the options forward. Halpin get underneath it. As far as Turner. Ball behind the pole there. Couldn't see the...
There's the 8% we speak of.
There's the 8%, Joe, definitely.
There's Doig trying to make a run for it. The big fella overruns it. Still has it, though. Oh, this time tries to find a scoop ball. Read well by Williams, who nods it over for a throw-in. So the big guy there looks a little bit above himself in condition, but able to maintain the ball is Andrew Doig. There he is again, receiving the ball. Oh, a bit of a clash of knees there. Will Sunshine look like they're in a little bit of strife there, Dominic?
Yeah, Victory just taken third goal there, Joe. So they're currently in 3-0 over Sunshine Georgies, 42 minutes gone. So I dare say it's quite close to lights out for season 2018 for Sunshine Georgies. And looks like at this stage they will be making the drop
to Division 1. Look, sometimes for a club it's a blessing. They're able to regroup, refocus. A proud club like Sunshine won't take it too lightly.
Definitely not, Joe, no.
But it gives an opportunity for supporters to rally, for the membership to regroup.
Definitely, yeah. But next year they look like they're going to be moving into their new facilities out there in the west.
Yep, big things happening for them, and like it should do for good football clubs. They're founded in 47, so a year older than the Zebras.
Yes. So
that pride is going to hurt, but I'm sure they'll bounce back at some stage.
We'll see them back quite quicker than we expect, Joe.
Well, Halpin's onto one here. Gets a heavy touch to it. Cardamone has to chase it, but Rangers going to let it run out. Not quite sure what's happening here. I player down behind play. It's Joseph Sia by the looks of it.
No, number 25. It's Mbaga. Calvin Mbaga for Rangers.
It's
not sure. Went down pretty innocuous, I think. It was more of a strain than anything else.
I'm not enjoying this. It may be because of my age, but the black numbers on the red shirts at distance is not a great sight for picking up who's who.
No, definitely not.
Then again, there are worse things in life, so I'll have to just contend with it, Joe.
So we have a stop in play, so he can receive some treatment.
As the Rangers physio Gary Alavakis, gentleman that knows his trade, a former Zebras physio.
Current Hawthorn AFL physio as well.
Oh,
AFL,
yes.
Physio for the Hawthorn Football Club as well, Joe.
Yeah, a medical man, they would call Gary.
Yep.
Bit of a jack of all trades around the club and a great character. But here at Moreland Zebras at Marvellous Moreland, the scoreline stands Moreland Zebras 1, courtesy of Saul Halpin Strike, and Whittlesea Rangers 1, courtesy of Aidan Mujadanidic.
Still waiting for the play to get treatment here. Still no...
Yeah, see, I'm not sure about this rule now. Does he go off?
No, he has to go off now, Jay, yes.
Because there was no yellow card.
No yellow card given, exactly right.
Yeah,
So
I think
the Federation, or I think FIFA has made that call, that change.
Well, kudos to us for picking it up early, Dom.
Exactly.
When did they make that change? 2010?
Not too sure, Joe. I only found out a few weeks ago myself, Joe. So
you're allowed some foibles, but for me, scoop wide. Good one on it. Going too wide, doubles back. This time hooks it forward. Simeoi in space. Can he get there? Or Halpin does, but goes straight to the keeper.
That was Cardamone, I think it was, with the...
could have right side. You're right.
As
Ramsey pushes it back. Williams gets a touch. Goes to the goal scorer. Lovely through ball.
Still onside.
He gets it early.
Oh, it's saved and it's ricocheted off a defender. And it's gone into the goal.
Yeah, goal scorer there is a lovely build-up play. And the goal scorer is on... Can't quite pick up who it is. Moreland Zebras will have to do it all again. Not sure, did we pick up the goal scorer, Dominic?
I'm just waiting for confirmation of that number, Joe.
The chap with the black scarf on.
Number 7, I think it is. Yep, it is. Yep, number 7, the goal scorer, Joe, for the Rangers.
Goal Whittlesea Rangers, goal scorer number 7, Jose Luis Ramirez Soto.
So the Rangers take back the lead here at CB Smith Reserve. They're leading 2-1 over the Moreland Zebras. Another one again through that left-hand side of the park. Managed to get round and cross came through. Initial header was saved by Geneza, but managed to ricochet off a Zebras defender and unfortunately that bounced in to the goal. So Zebras go down once again.
We have a game on our hands, Dominic.
Definitely do, Joe, as Turner comes across here for the Zebras for a corner. 42 minutes gone in this half. It's the Moreland Zebras 1, Whittlesea Rangers 2. Cross comes in. Goodwin on the end of it, tried to get the header on.
Williams got underneath it.
And it goes out for a goal kick.
Halpin unable to get between it. Oh, it's gone for a corner.
Oh, corner. I'd like to signal his flag up in the air, so I'm not too sure what...
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
We'll go short this time. Behind the pole, Mahazi. Back to Halpin. No,
Turner.
He's Turner.
All the way to Petrov. Petrov now flicks over the top. No one there for the Zebras though.
Doig nods it back to Tapia. With their tails up now, Rangers.
Now flicks it through into the path of Simeoi. Simeoi tries to get through. Throw in now, Goodwin takes it quickly, finds Turner. Turner brings it down. Back to Goodwin.
Halpin it is.
Oh, Halpin, sorry.
Comes inside on his left. They both... Oh, no, there's a bit of a tangle there. Rangers come away with the ball.
And free kick, Devonair Turner giving away the free kick. .44 minutes gone here at CB Smith in his first half. It's the Moreland Zebras 1, Whittlesea Rangers 2. Rangers taking their time with the free kick. Ball gets taken and he finds Petrov. Petrov now goes out wide. Now finds Goodwin. Goodwin, long one over the top.
Cardamone chase.
He's getting in there, Cardamone. He's gotten around the defender. Still in there. Can't get the ball back for the Zebras, unfortunately. Turner tries to get past.
Needed someone to back him up there with a bit of intent.
Didn't have it, unfortunately. Mahazi with it. Finds Turner, but still another one over past.
Lets it run. Bit of space out here for Ramsey. If he gets his head up, the boy. Zebra's stretched at the moment. Cut out by David Cardamone. Moreland Zebras being stretched in these last few minutes.
Throw in there taken. Rangers is taking their time with it. Want to take the 1 goal advantage into the half-time break, I'm sure. So not fussed about rushing the resumption of play. Simoy
Goal kick.
Saw the push from here, had both hands in the back, but nothing seen by the referee. Goes out for a Zebras goal kick.
As we near on half-time, today's game brought to you by Mirabella Lighting. And speaking of lighting, Dom, might be able to switch on some of the Mirabella lights for the next half because it looks a little bit dark.
Definitely does, Jay. Yeah, questionable about that. So we'll ask the referee's opinion at the half-time break, and the lights are needed. We'll sure get those on. As Simoy wins it down for the Zebras, as the 4th official puts up the sign for an additional 2 minutes of play in this half. Lines and signals a free kick there. Simoy winning the free kick for the Zebras.
We won't want to dawdle because I don't think they had time and a half on time. So Nicky Simoy want to get the ball moving. Buy some 10 yards here. Rangers keen to eat up some time. Boyd dawdling back to the 10 metres. Does so now. Simoy looking to put it in a dangerous area.
Ball comes in low and hard. And as far as Cardamone helping in there, referee's put his Lyons has put his flag up offside.
Really?
Not sure how we can get offside on a free kick like that, but he managed to pick it, and Rangers to resume play now. Free kick taken. Long one over the top. Williams getting underneath it. Flicks it into the middle there to Petrov. Turner now.
Has to do some work here, Turner. It does so easily.
Find Sadler.
Out to Sadler. He's just gone out of the game a little bit, Sadler, the last 15 minutes or so, as does Stefan Cardamone. Zebras will be looking to get some spark in the second half, I can assure you of that. Bruno looking at his watch. Referee Bruno. Tremaine Sadler, both teams looking at going into half-time to regroup.
Sadler with the throw. Gets in there. Finds Cardamone. Can't find his brother though. And there is the half-time whistle from the referee Bruno. So it's Moreland Zebras 1, Whittlesea Rangers 2. We'll go to a short break.
Back in the second half with more from Marvellous Moreland. Game brought to you by Essendon Jeep.
Welcome back to CB Smith Reserve, ladies and gentlemen, for the resumption of the second half here at CB Smith versus Moreland Zebras versus Whittlesea Rangers, as players, officials make their way out onto the park. It looks like the rain has stopped a little bit now, a little bit of a cleared up. Lights are on now, Joe.
Yeah, it still looks a little bit dark. The lights really haven't had that much of an effect just yet, but it is dark enough. Rangers on their toes at the moment, looking, and body language suggests that, mate, we're there. We just need to do a bit more, so they're all eager for it. Moreland Zebras deep in conversation in pairs. Couple here, couple there. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big second half. A lot rides on this second half from Moreland Zebras.
Definitely does, Joe.
No changes that you can see, Dominic? I think
no changes, I don't think, from the Zebras side of things, Joe.
I don't think Coach Diamichis is going to give too much time before he shows his hand and see if he can push the issue here, get back on track.
No changes either from the visitors in the Rangers. So both teams starting the half the way they finished, with the same personnel on the park. Just to mention to our listeners, Joe, while we've got him here, we've got the senior men's presentation night being held on Friday the 28th of September. That's at Melrose Reserve. Tickets are $70 per person. Includes a 3-course meal, and obviously the awarding of the Mirabella medalist for the seniors here at the Zebras, Joe. So it will be a great night. So
looking forward to that one. A bit of a relax, and we have the promotion Division 1 girls attending as well, and we have the Coburg Zebras Metro team, also champions, attending on the same night as well.
It should be a great night and a great celebration of the club for this 70th year. As play gets underway here at CB Smith, Zebras with possession. Williams, long one over the top, looking for the run of...
Sadler's in here.
He's got it, tries to get the kick, and it's gone out for a corner. Early signs of the Zebras, pushing forward, looking good.
Wanting to show intent here with some body language and key positive possession. Tremaine Sadler there, shot ricocheted off the Whittlesea defender for a corner. Aaron Turner, can he lift it above the first defender is the first thing. Petrov, far post, raising his hands. 2 hands go up. It goes to the 6-yard spot. Mahazi gets it.
Sticks in. Oh, it's a save off the line there. Brilliantly saved by Tapia there. The Whittlesea Rangers goalkeeper looked goal bound. I think that was a header from Mahazi, Joe.
Yeah, Rashid Mahazi got his head to it. Looked a bit like it was travelling in a loop fashion, so plenty of time for the keeper to get across it rather than a bullet. But good signs from Moreland. Flick on. Helping now into space. Lays it off. Doesn't get to where it's supposed to go. Mahazi picks up. Zebras maintain possession. Jacob Williams out to the right-hand side. Finds Goodwin. Lets it bounce, and unfortunately bounces right over him.
Thought that the defender got a touch to it, but no doing, and goes out for a Whittlesea Rangers throw-in.
So keen to level the scores again are Moreland Zebras, whereas the Rangers will look to drive the nail into the coffin with a third one. Simioy just edges the player out. Petrov back to Jacob Williams. Moreland Zebras looking to force the issue. Taking a bit too much time. Williams almost gets caught, but it's good enough to work his way out of it. Shakes his head in disillusionment. Should have taken the first option. Petrov goes short. And again, Moreland Zebras just toying a bit too much. This time Rashid Mahazi goes deep to collect. Number 6 spreads it out to Tremaine Sadler. Back to Williams. Rangers happy to sit back. Petrov must force the issue now. Goes back inside again. That style of play, Dominic, sometimes it bereft of ideas, you use that and just to settle yourself in, get plenty of touches, but the fact remains we need to push forward.
Yeah, it's still a goal down to Zebras, so we really push forward. And
now the ball comes and we turn it over. Zebras hunting impact, still can't get it back. This time they do. Steph Cardamone works hard. Alec Goodwin doesn't stretch well enough. And he does enough work to put off the Rangers player and receives a free kick in the middle of the ground. Whittlesea Rangers kicking towards the endless turf side of the ground. Thank you to all our sponsors, as indeed like Keilor Collision, for their support this year.
Yes, Joe, without our sponsors in 2018, nothing's possible here on the park, and we greatly thank them for their support once again.
Windsor Management Insurance. Rangers. Oh, he gets a touch on it. The Rangers player goes nowhere, claiming a handball, but would have been pretty harsh. Petrov rolled out by Genese. Petrov goes again to Williams. My opinion is, Dominic, we're flirting with fire. This spray ball across the back in slow motion. This time we go down the wing, but too far. Mahazi says, was that meant for me, from Tremaine Sadler? Overhit. The resultant throw will be for Whittlesea Rangers.
Rangers, yes.
Bit of anxious steps from Coach Diamichis on the touchline there, urging his players on. Remains to be seen how long he'll wait before he makes the move, Dominic.
Yep.
But unless the Zebras can strike back early.
Expecting young Maxim Illich to come on, Joe, I think, for the Zebras.
Just for a bit of spark, I'd say both players are available to do that. We've got a couple of players. Simioy doesn't get past the number 4 there, but does the throw in. Halpin's got plenty of time. Cardamone lines up for the strike. Ricochets off, back to Simioy. For the overlap of Petrov. Lovely ball in. Straight down the stomach of Jan Tapia. And the Rangers custodian will be grateful for that. Good overlap work there from Daniel Petrov after Simioy released him.
High one up in the air. Petrov tried to get underneath it. Williams now goes a long one through. Look for Halpin. Tries to run around, but there's Rangers defender able to get that one there down.
Petrov lets it run.
Petrov with it now.
Goodwin. Thought about going wide, went back to Petrov. Petrov this time into the centre. Easy pickings there for the big Doig there. Sadler intercepts. Finds Cardamone. Can he shape up? He finds Saul Halpin. Has to dubby back to goal. This time makes some space for himself. He's not sure what to do there. Gets a corner.
Defender though, and it goes out for another corner for the Zebras.
When you're trapped there, I mean, nice tight end skills there enabled the ball to be ricocheted off to the Rangers defender. And Aaron Turner gets another chance to fire a serious ball across the box. See if we can test Jan Tapia again. Cardamone laying back into him, Stefan Cardamone.
Cross comes in. Headed down. Handball there.
No, not given by Bruno.
It was clear from here. I saw it from up here. I'm not sure how the match official didn't see it.
Not given by Bruno, but definitely there. But he might have thought it was, he couldn't avoid getting in the space this time. Halpin, being held back, lays it off. Cardamone.
Takes a shot. Deflection. It's just wide from Cardamone, Stefan there.
And Moreland Zebras be ruining that chance. A great strike by David Cardamone. Came off the keeper, back into the path of Stefan Cardamone, whose right foot volley just evades the far post. They'll think themselves unlucky, Moreland, and Whittlesea already indicating what sort of process they're in. They're happy to sit back and wait. Jane Tapia had been urged on by Bruno to get a move on, son.
Look, I think he needs to book him earlier. It's going to happen every time a ball goes out for a goal kick.
Yep, they're happy to keep the lead here, Whittlesea Rangers, and see if they can sucker punch us on the counter-attack again. No obvious brilliance in that tactic, but nonetheless a very effective tactic if it works. Tapia puts the ball straight out.
Yep, there's his time wasted there.
And again,
another one again, he's kicked it away. No, how many times he's done that today, and he still kicks it away. So Williams with it. Comes back out wide, finds Sadler. Sadler now to Cardamone, back to Sadler. Sadler, all the way back to Williams now, so Zebras still keeping possession. Petrov now hasn't received this pass, switches across the ground. Bit of space in front of him now, Petrov. Takes a couple of touches, looking his phone forward. Tries to split the defenders there to find Simioy or Turner, but can't get through. And ball's gone out there. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Referee say nothing doing there, body on body.
much to the bemusement of the number 4 Joseph Seah there, unceremoniously dumped over by Alec Goodwin. The ball goes wide. Looks like it's got too much on it for Steph Cardamone, and it has. So not everything measured at the moment, but a couple of early chances for Moreland Zebras. The save by Tapia off Mahazi's looping header from the corner, and David Cardamone with a vicious left-hand strike that unable to hold on to was Tapia. Ricocheted back to his brother, who volley put it wide. So Moreland in a chance to get back to 2-2 and level peggings. Rangers doing their utmost to make sure it stays that way.
Headed down from Cardamone, trying to find Goodwin but couldn't find it. Still headed down now. Cardamone with the ball on the wing. Gets cleared out. Zebras throw in. Sadler with it. Takes a quick throw. Gets it through. Finds Goodwin. Goodwin turns. Cross comes in. Ricochet deflected.
Well, they deal with it well, Rangers. We haven't let them out yet. Oh, there's a bit of a charge there by Anthony Ramsey. Play on.
Took his own player out. It comes through, but only as far as Mahazi. Wins it back for the Zebras. Now Tremaine Sadler. Tackle comes in there. Nowhere near the ball. Free kick to the Zebras.
Putting a bit of pressure on here, Moreland. Good to see. We'll need to get some reward for the attacking play, Dominic. Otherwise, I suspect that if we start to taper and we don't make a move to change the fitness level, we could be in strife with a counter-attack.
I think so, Joe. Definitely. So, Turner with the free kick for the Zebras. Players streaming forward. Williams makes his way up there forward. Similarly, the only one staying back for the Zebras. Sadler also pushing forward. 2 hands up in the air. Looking for the option. Cross comes in. Players underneath it. Cardamone try to get. Comes off a defender. Yes, a Whittlesea Rangers ball. Great call by the linesman. Out for another Zebras corner.
Just a bit, not critical, not being critical here at all, Dominic, but was just a bit too reactive when it comes to these sort of set pieces. No one seems to take the initiative and sit deep or come from afar. We just seem to be wanting the ball to plop on us and see what we can do from there.
Alec Bruno coming in there. Bit of push and shove going on in that 18-yard box. Ross comes in. Turn underneath it. Cardamone with it in the back post, but can't trouble the goal scorer goals there, and goes out for another goal kick for the Whittlesea Rangers. Some scores from around the ground. Just had a goal in the Langwarrin Nunawading game. It's Langwarrin 0 and Nunawading 1.
A little too late for Nunawading.
Dare say, yes. We'll update everyone with scores as they happen around the grounds.
Whittlesea come 2 ricochets and Whittlesea are away. Moreland with all the possession and Whittlesea now putting him under the pump a little bit. Throw in as Mahazi adjusts his foot. It's alright, it's just a shoe coming undone a little bit.
Still no movement there from the Zebras bench, so no changes imminent at the moment.
No, we would have been impressed with what he's seen so far. It's just that we haven't done the job to give ourselves an opportunity to go ahead with it. So I can't think that it'd be too much time if it stays this way for a little bit longer. The change will need to be made. As Rangers don't want to give it to us at all. Sadler gets dumped. Genesi will take the resultant free kick.
So Genesi now.
Goes short to Rashid Mahazi. That 8% behind the pole.
Yep.
This time brings it out to Petrov. Again. Goes right hand side. Looked like we may have gone to a flat back 3.
I think we have, Joe. Yes, it's made the change there.
Even 2. Nicky pushing forward, Simioi. Well, Cardamone just lost that little zip from the first half. This time, David Cardamone unceremoniously dumped. They should have kicked it into him there. That's the only, you can get a yellow card from that, just blocking the play.
The way the referee's reffed at the moment, Joe, I don't think he would have given a yellow card there anyway.
No. Oh, there we go again. I'd rather see Petrov's first move come forward here rather than that. We seem to be favouring this left-hand side. Bit of indecision. Tremaine Sadler's forward, so use him, and they do. Steph Cardamone now hasn't really got the ball under control and gives away the resultant throw-in. Still no movement on the Zebras bench, and now we're getting a little bit anxious to see what can happen. Moreland Zebras, Saul, no one behind him, decides to flick it on. No one in particular. Mahazi picks up. Oh, loses out this time. And now under pump. The runners are through. Does Nicky step forward? He does.
He does. Brilliantly done by Simioi.
Yep. Smart operator Nick Simioi, the dual mirror battle medalist, just took one step forward.
Yeah, just one step in it, Joe. 1 foot movement of his body and he was offside.
Moreland in control, but no scoreline. Saul helping.
Could have probably come back to Turner here. Turner was on and decided to go the long option of Simioi.
Simi hasn't given it away. He's played on. Hasn't given it away, Simioi.
Oh, geez.
They're making a mess of it.
Tries to go over the top. Not sure what the Rangers were thinking about there.
And some very good work by Nick Simioi to run that down and get his cross in. Whittlesea Rangers all at sea. The full back and the keeper. Petrov must win it. Does. Rangers now picking up their stride. Doig finds the goal scorer.
Long one from Mahazi trying to find the run of Halpin, but can't keep it in play. Ball goes out for another throw-in.
We've had our chances to be level.
We have, Joe, definitely in this half.
We've had our chances to be level.
Are these chances going to come back and bite the Zebras?
Sadler. The intent is still there. Just need that little bit of quality to finish. Saul Halpin makes some space for himself. Gives it up all too easily, and Whittlesea come around with it. Now he holds him. And, yep, he's going to receive a card for that. Saul Halpin collects his yellow card.
You can see where he's arguing about JJ, because he was pushed off the ball there, and probably free kick should have been given to start with.
Rangers in no particular hurry to get things going.
Not even getting the ball to take the kick.
Yeah, number 20, Tobias Hagel, always with plenty to say, as in a bit of a push and shove with David Cardamone off the ball. And the German looking to assert some sort of superiority. This time Rangers go wide. Simioi got work to do, does it well. Goes up the line, comes out though. Ball thrown in by Whittlesea Rangers in front of the perfect timber floor sign.
The Rangers still with it. Come back through the middle. Over the top. Halpin trying to get underneath it. Can't win it back though for the Zebras. Cardamone does. Still can't get past though.
Rangers looking to put the result in no doubt. Moreland unable to get out of their back third at the moment. Bit of pressure applied as the ball trickles out in front of the Barry Plant sign. So looking to sell you home, Barry Plant, Coburg.
Sadler now with the throw. Look for his options down the line. Cardamone makes a run. Finds him. Back to Sadler, but can't get the pass straight back to him. No, Rangers win possession. Mahazi tries to clear it out first time, and as far as the Whittlesea Rangers player, and Sadler cuts that off. Zebras breaking out now. Through the middle. Back to Sadler. Can't link up with Cardamone, unfortunately. Rangers with it. Ball goes through and Williams, referee's called a free kick.
I actually didn't think he got the player, but he
No, I
must
think
have.
he got the ball because the ball clearly went out of play.
Both substitutes benches are up. Not much flash movement from either of them. But maybe going over to do some limbering. Could be changes imminent for
Either side.
Anthony Ramsey. Trickles away, holding his right ankle by the looks of it, or his knee. He must have collected him on the way through with some discretion. But a dangerous free kick for Whittlesea Rangers. Moreland Zebras keen to contest this and put it out of doubt.
Free kick comes in. Takes a ricochet. It's over the bar. Dinesi saves it. Don't know what happened there. The Zebra's still asleep.
And as we get closer to actually battling the clock too, Dominic.
Yep, 65 minutes gone here. 25 to go. There's any stoppages. Corner comes in. Headed down from Simoy. Halpin gets on the end of it now.
Looks up, but no one's there. There's time to go cross field and does so. Cardamone does it. No, a bit too close to the keeper. Tapia comes out. Gets it with his shin. Effective enough. Rangers through Viola. They hang on to it. And the number 7 backheels it out of the way. The goal scorer, Soto Simoy. Zebras will be keen to get a push on here.
Coming through now. Williams with it. Looking forward. He's got options out wide here. Finds Cardamone.
Sadler on the run.
His bike, brilliant run by Sadler. Can't get it down. The Rangers defender comes through and clears it out of the park. It's gone over one fence.
Still no sign of the change here.
Couple of options there for the Zebras. So Cardamone with it now. Back into the middle, finds Simoy. Simoy brilliantly done into a little bit of space. They look for his options. Out wide to Petrov. Petrov, first time cross, but can't get it over the defenders. Rangers. Simoy with it now. Still with it, Simoy. Petrov now. Great cross from Petrov. Header comes in. It's
Goodwin gets his head to it, but it
can't direct it into the path of the goals.
And no one following up on the near post. Cardamone had gone under it. Moreland Zebras, another one goes begging over the top. Mahazi cleans up to Genese. That little shimmy, which I hate, this time goes short.
Comes out wide now, can't find a run there. Sadler and Cardamone unable to link up, and ball goes out for another throw in for the Rangers. Taking their time, not rushing things here. Throw comes in. No free kick given either way there. Referee called play on. Rangers still in possession. Sadler headers it over. Back into the middle of the park. It's Simua with it now. Gets it. Could have controlled it. Had a bit of time. No talking though.
First poor touch of the game for Nicky Simoy.
As the Cardamone boys link up. Long through ball now. Sadler trying to run the end of this. And ball gets cleared over the fence. That's going to be another throw for the Zebras.
I'm getting slightly impatient and now fighting the clock. When I always think of the clock, I think we need to do the damage. We don't really want to be fighting two things.
And Rangers, the last two clearances have gone well over the fences, so they're just trying to waste time and drive the clock down.
That was evident. Must have been in the half-time address because Gian Tapia
Petrov had plenty of time and couldn't connect with the proper pass to Simoy, and ball goes out.
And again, now we're starting to direct and people's hands up and down, so don't like that. A little bit of professionalism. Concentrate. Plenty of time left. Just got to make the move. Gian Tapia. Signals for the fullbacks to get up. Goes long, not a great kick. Cardamone gets edged out under it. We get it back.
Turner tries to get the pass through to Goodwin but can't get it down, and ball trickles out for another throw-in for the Rangers.
This time the substitutions are going through their warm-up routine, so could be some change imminent. Big ask for one of the youngsters to come in and change the game. I've had a number of chances to get on the score sheet today.
Throw-in goes over the top. Simua trying to come in. Can't win it though for the Zebras. Rangers with possession. Turner round it, wins it. Mahazi back to Jacob Williams. Now finds Cardamone. Cardamone to Turner. Turner tries to get the pass through to
too pedestrian.
Sadler, but can't.
The pass was too pedestrian. He's good enough to pick it up again though, and swings around, makes some space for himself. Good work by Turner on that occasion. Finds Cardamone in the middle. Turns to his left. Petrov's got to bring it out here. This time, finds a ball along the floor. Goodwin flicks it up in the air, and it'll come to us anyway. Tremaine Sadler picks up Ramsey's poor header. We give it away again. Oh, it's Rangers on the spurt here. We're good enough to hunt in packs, Moreland Zebras, and we get away with it.
Mahazi with it now.
Much more effective with the ball.
Tries to bring it down, can't. Rush play through there now. Simua wins it back. Back to Mahazi. Looking forward now. No, goes back to Williams. Williams now to Petrov. Petrov now has had a few of these chances now. Needs to make a count going forward.
Just wasting the minutes here, Dominic, for me. Wasting the minutes, not putting them under pressure by not going forward.
As we go back all the way back to Genesa now.
For me, Stephen Cardamone's run out of petrol tickets at the moment. Happy to be proved wrong, but there's the ball. Simioi doesn't get it. This time, David picks up the spare ones.
Bringing out wide to Turner.
Finds Turner.
Halpin.
Goes into the box, Halpin. And needs to do something with it now. He's asked for it. Goes back to Turner. He wants to lift it up.
Simioi in there.
Oh,
can't get out though. Oh, ricochet comes off a Zebras player.
Doesn't fall to Simioi. No, Zebras getting no luck whatsoever. No luck whatsoever, but it all counts on the scoreboard, and we're fighting some scoreboard pressure here today. Moreland Zebras 1, Whittlesea Rangers 2.
71 minutes gone, and there's another goal in the Eastern Lions game. 79 minutes gone there. It's the Eastern Lions 3 versus a 10-man Springvale White Eagles 0.
We've got to lock up that third position on the Eastern Lions.
Ball gets through Mahazi, tries to lead down, but puts it into the path. Still gets it back Mahazi somehow. Williams goes in for a tackle. Goes past another Zebras player, but Sadler able to clean this one here up. Asks for Genesa to come out and get it, the goalkeeper. Picks it up, Genesa picks the ball. Yep, gives it to Williams. Moving forward. Ball behind that play, it's Turner with it. Turner now to Petrov. Petrov with it. There's Simioi in a bit of space. Gives it to Simioi now. Simioi goes a 1-2 with Alec Goodwin. No, Goodwin turns it over. But back to Simioi. Halpin now. And a free kick given. He's kicked the ball away a third time there, Joe, and just frustrates me.
Doesn't seem to want to do anything about it either.
Joe, just some updates. We've missed this scoreline, Joe, but 81 minutes. Sunshine Georgies 2, Melbourne Victory 3. So,
Georgies made
where themselves have come from.
A late charge here, the Georgies.
Yeah. Don't
know why. Well.
Yep, they've scored a couple there last few minutes. So 80-minute goal. It hasn't showed the other two goals, but they're coming back. Ballarat, though, still 1-0 lead over Brunswick City in that relegation battle.
And looks like Whittlesea Rangers will make the first charge of the game, which is surprising. Maybe looking to lock up the game. Oh, no, that's Jacob Colosimo, the striker.
Coming off, number 25, Calvin McBarger, being replaced by number 10, Jacob Colosimo. So, first change being made here by the Whittlesea Rangers is the Zebras also making.
Whittlesea Rangers coming off number 25, Calvin Banga, coming on number 10, Jacob Colosimo.
As the Zebras look to be making a change as well. I think it's Jan Maxim Ilic making his way yet to the touchline, so expect another change here from the Zebras. Sumuo tried to get through, couldn't. Now Cardamone, and ball gets turned over. Long one over the top.
Rangers can smell a result here.
Turner now. Cardamone, long hike out of the ball. Halpin tried to flick it on. Goodwin now closing. Still putting the pressure, Goodwin. Keeper for Whittlesea gets it out, but only as far as Simioy. Middle of the park, still Rangers with the ball. Long one over the top. Ball bounces, Petrov goes through. Brilliantly done by Petrov, gets around him. Ball through the middle, finds a runner, Halpin. Halpin can't get the bobbing ball through there though. I dare say it could possibly be Stefan Cardamone making a change there, coming off.
Number 19 looks like. The ball just won't sit down. Nicky Simioy's been injured. Mahazi. This time, flicks it on. Something for Goodwin to chase. Hagel doesn't take any chances.
Doesn't, and I think we've got time now, yes. Making the change, the Moreland Zebras' first change of the game. So coming off, number 19, Stefan Cardamone, being replaced by number 22, Maxim Ilic. So the youngster getting the run here in the last...
Substitution for Moreland Zebras, coming off number 19, Stefan Cardamone, coming on.
Number 22.
Correction, Maxim Ilic.
So young Maxim Ilic will get himself 15 minutes plus any stoppages in this game to make an impact. Moves forward, taking Stefan Cardamone's position as Turner gets across in the ground. Flicked on from Halpin. But
good idea, but Tremaine Sadler not on the same page. Tremaine Sadler, the ball wasn't effective enough to reach him. Still fighting for it, Halpin, but misses out this time. Rangers taking no chances, looking for Colosimo with a long ball. Jacob Williams nods it back. Turner finds Cardamone. Cardamone goes all the way back to Jacob Williams and on to Genese, who flicks it out to the right-hand side for Petrov. Need to get a move on here, Moreland Zebras, if they're going to force the issue. Looks cross-field, is helping on his road. He finds him with a lovely ball.
Slipped again after kicking that one, Joe.
Yep.
As Goodwin turns in outside the box. Still with it now. Sadler. Flicks it, tries to get it out wide, but young Maxim Ilic brings it down for the Zebras. Out wide to Simioy.
Can he go past him? Goes on his left.
Flicks it back to Maxim Ilic. Ilic tries to get the cross, but misfires, and it goes out for another goal kick.
First kick for the youngster. Did well to buy play with Simioy. So the youngster's gone into the right wing position. Alec Goodwin's gone into the middle, and Saul Halpin's gone out wide. Moreland need to throw caution to the wind here if they'd retrieve anything from this game, Dominic.
100%, Joe.
Some of the faithful making their way to the gates already. Unimpressed. Cardamone.
Flicked on over the top now.
Ilic. Can he do better with this one? Turner following him up. He does so. Oh, unceremoniously charged over.
A free kick here for the Zebras. Dangerous position as well.
Cannoned into the back of him. Turner stretching out his left shoulder. He's putting on some time. There's plenty of time to play.
Joe, yes. So, only 77 minutes gone. Still 13 minutes plus any stoppages.
Probably got a quarter of an hour, Dominic, to make an impression on this game. Otherwise, Rangers will take out the game. Turner stands over the ball. Alec Goodwin.
Turner, good ball in. Zebras on the back posts, and it's cleared by the Rangers. No one attacking that ball. Rangers player able to get his foot and kick it straight out. They need more urgency in there, the Zebras, especially those dangerous balls coming through. Just need the boys to attack that ball.
Everybody in that 6-yard box, bar 2 Rangers players, so they know the importance of this one. Making it very hard to score in a crowded 6-yard box. As Mahazi stands behind the train, behind Goodwin. Now they all dispel.
Flick on, and it's another corner.
Another corner this side.
Oh, they decide to come out this way now.
It's going to be an outswinger this time if it's going to be taken by Aaron Turner. Moreland throwing the kitchen sink at Whittlesea Rangers, and the Rangers doing their best to keep them out. So far, effective.
So Turner with the corner for the Zebras. Corner comes in. No Zebras players able to get that knockout. Two of them go for the one ball, and
on the break here.
Right over the top now.
Petrov will need to come back. Ball's delivered early. Can Williams get there in time? No, he lets Anthony Ramsey again. Ramsey kicks the ball away. Goal kick. Ramsey looking for the free kick there to delay things even further. Petrov needs to face up. Genesi finds him. Moreland on their bike.
Another substitution here coming for the Whittlesea Rangers, coming off number 43. Andrew Doig being replaced by number 15, Doshanaj. So 43 off and 15 on for the Rangers.
Substitution for Whittlesea Rangers, coming off number 43, Andrew Doig, replaced by number 15, Yasser Singh Sanich.
Genesi now after that substitution, ready to take the kick. Goes short to Petrov again, same result as before. So Petrov with it now, turning, comes into a bit of room, takes a touch, looking for his options forward. Long one over the top, finds a run of Cardamone but can't bring it down, unfortunately.
Too much chest on it, unfortunately ran away. The ball ran away after hitting his chest. Great run. Tapia sends it wide, high. Ramsey got it on the right hand side.
As Williams now collects for the Zebras, long one over the top, looking for the run, and Goodwin is getting on the end of this, still keeping it in play. Yep, Goodwin will get there.
Slows up, puts on the afterburners now, doesn't get round his defender.
Gets another corner for the Zebras.
Hagel was able to track it down, but big turn of pace there by the big fella. Hasn't shown that all day really, but today at this late time of 75 minutes plus. Moreland Zebras, all to do still.
Ball comes in. Zebras plays behind it, but comes off a Zebras player. Yep, it's gone out for another. It's gone out for a goal kick. Just some score updates from around the ground. We've got some Nunawading 1, Langwarrin 1, and we just had another goal. It's Moreland City 0, Box Hill 2, and there's been another goal in the Melbourne Victory Sunshine Georgie's game. It's Sunshine Georgie's 2, Melbourne Victory 4. Eastern Lions also scored another one, Joe, so they're 4-0 up over Springvale White Eagles. 90 minutes gone there.
Zebras still looking to make something out of this game. Well, Saul waits for it.
Gets tucked and collected as the way through. That's a free kick now. Dangerous spot just outside the 18-yard box now for the Zebras.
As the commentary box becomes a little heated.
Yes, it is.
Mario Pirano looks like he's coming on for the Rangers.
Their third and final change.
Hagel again wanting to discuss things, and the big Tobias has got plenty to say. Anthony Ramsey and Nick Simioy. I'm not quite sure what Bruno is doing there. They're probably ex-teammates all help and not the flavour of the month down at Rangers Land.
Probably not, no.
Coming off number 7. It's likely to be Soto's coming off.
Soto off, yep.
By 13, Pirano.
Mario Pirano, ex-Zebras player, coming on for the Rangers. Substitute being made. Zebras players around the ball. We've got
substitution for Whittlesea Rangers, coming off number 7, Jose Luis Soto, replaced by number 13, Mario Pirano. Chunter chewing up some valuable time, and they won't retreat, the Rangers. This time, the referee says, come on. Ramsey's still arguing the point. Simeoy saying, but mate, you've got to get back here. Let me handle it, says Bruno.
Simeoy steps out the line, does it with a go, Joe.
He's still standing. Bruno says, that's enough, boys. Back here you come. For me, there's too many. Nicky's just sort of wasted there. I'd rather he make an impact towards the end of this ball here. But to me, we've got 3 or 4 wasted players there.
Along the ground and easily picked up there by the Rangers goalkeeper.
Always the plan to ricochet, but Joan Tapia good enough to hold the ball. As Rangers look to close out this game.
85 minutes gone here at CB Smith. It's Moreland Zebras 1. Whittlesea Rangers 2.
And so any hope of playoff position, Dominic, is probably gone with this one.
Yeah, a draw not going to be enough for the Zebras, unfortunately. Needed to get to 3 points here today to be in some sort of mathematical position to be able to do it, and unfortunately, the draw doesn't even look likely at the moment. We've had our chances, and we still haven't been able to consolidate, but young Maxim Milic with the ball now. Still with it. Comes back out wide to Mahazi. Comes off him. And he's offside, Illich.
Not too slow to react there, the
youngster.
youngster.
That was a deflection, but he was still in an offside position.
Too slow to react, the youngster. And Tobias Hagel is just milking the clock for a little bit longer.
Goodwin linked up with Turner. Can't get through the Zebras.
Good work by Hagel, then gives it up, but Rangers won't be disappointed with that. Ramsey makes a fight of it with Sadler. Sadler goes back. No one able to get clean possession. This time spills out to Sadler. He gives it away. Pirano looks long, looking for Williams. Correction, Colosimo, but he doesn't get it. Turner behind the pole, or Petrov it was. Williams now with the ball. Zebra's not making an impression with the final ball, just not cutting the mustard today. Going long, easy pickings for the big centre half in Doig. Petrov has to fight, loses out. Goal scorer. Lethal left foot, fires the runner, doesn't get it. Picks out Tremaine Sadler, heads it back to Genese. Genese chips it over to Illich.
And Illich can't keep the ball in, unfortunately. Goes out for another throw-in. Over the top there now.
And he boots the ball away. Jacob Colosimo coming in from the offside position. Moreland Zebras, a mountain to climb.
Just on 88 minutes played. Williams with it now. Comes through to Mahazi. Mahazi within the middle.
Just got to go forward now. Got to go forward now.
Long one over the top. Look for Goodwin. Chest it down to the path of Halpin, but nothing doing there for the Zebras. Mahazi dives in, misses everything together, and a free kick's been given.
There will be some scenes after the whistle if Whittlesea Rangers manage to get up. No love lost between the two clubs in terms of competitiveness.
And the free kick's been found there against Petrov.
Petrov with the handful of jumper. Wrong option at the wrong position at the wrong time of the game. And this will lead up the full 90 minutes, you would say, Dom. The fourth official looking at the board is shortly going to raise. I would expect to be no more than 3 minutes or so. Anthony Ramsey. Genese lines up the wall. No rush here. There's another 2 minute stop. Yep. Pulled the ball back. Ramsey said, what's going on?
Kick taken. It's over the top. Doesn't affect Genese there at all.
Illich is on now. Gives a good one. Not on the same path.
Just clicked on the 90 minutes.
4 minutes is 4 minutes it's going to be from the time it gets raised. He hasn't raised it yet, so it'll be 4 minutes from the minute he raises it, and here it comes. 4 minutes of extra time.
On at the back now. Up and tried to clear it, but it's gone out for a Zebras throw-in. Zebras take the throw. Turner goes all the way back to Genese now. Genese comes out wide to Simioi. Simioi with the ball. Over the top. Looking for the run of Cardamone, but can't win it, Zebras. Range is clear. Long one over the top. Goodwin heads it down to himself. A bit Turner, Williams, sorry, heads it down to himself. Comes back through the middle now. Cardamone, crunch, tackle. Can't win the ball back though. Simioi gets a touch on it. And Genese comes through. He picks the ball up. Genese, long ball down the line.
Goodwin's not facing the right way.
Nope, he wasn't. Goes into the middle now. Sadler slips over as well.
People going down. There's the extra minute being Ramsey deciding that he's got cramp. He's up now.
He can stay down, and Zebra's not going to put the ball out for him.
Bruno looking at his watch.
Out wide now. Sadler trying to get the ball.
There'll be some scenes here as Chunter will be fist pumping to his heart's content as Zebras lower their colours once again at home.
Comes out wide now. Petrov with the ball for the Zebras. Goes through, looking for the runner Turner, can't find him. Cardamone brings it down, can't find Sadler either though. Long one over the top from the Rangers. Colosimo going underneath, Williams wins it. No, yep, does for some holding and stuff there, but nothing doing from the referee. Calls play on. Tackle comes in from young Maxim Illich. Crunch from Petrov. And he's reaching for the bottom pocket there. It's a yellow card.
Is that his second?
No, it's first.
There'll be some scenes here after the game, I can assure you, as big win for Whittlesea Rangers coming up. Oh, Hagel again in the thick of it. That's the sort of player that I'd love to have played against. That's the sort of antagonist that I'd love to lock horns with. Whittlesea fully intent to milk the whole 4 minutes here with Gary Alabakis making his way out. And a dirty day for Moreland Zebras, Dominic, and that wraps up our season in terms of being able to accomplish anything as we missed the playoff position. back up next week for the final game of the year against the league champions Altona Magic. With nothing on the line bar pride.
As the Rangers get ready to take this free kick. Going for the corner flag. Petrov now clears it out. Turn up, all over him. Ball still rolling. Referee calls play on. Nope, brings it back. Long one over the top. Goodwin tries to flick it onto the path there of Simio, but they couldn't get themselves on the same page here, unfortunately. It trickles out for a goal kick.
That's it. Bruno wipes his hands. He's ready to go. There'll be a kick out and the whistle will blow as Moreland Zebras succumb at home. 2-1 to Whittlesea Rangers.
Line coming through there for the Zebras. Long one over the throw for Simui. Finds young Maxim Ilic. Ilic gets across in on his left foot. Can't bring it down to the Zebras. And there it is, there's a full-time whistle. And it's the Rangers here that prevail over the Moreland Zebras. 2-1. In a gloomy and wet Moreland day. To all of our viewers over the season, Joe, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this year.
More pushing and shoving after the game here, and I told you there'd be no love lost between these two.
Definitely not. But from all of our listeners this year, Joe, it's been a pleasure commentating the games with you here at home this year.
Thank you, Dominic. I'm happy to have contributed. I see the Rangers hierarchy out on the pitch too, which is always handy.
But from all of us here at Moreland Zebras TV, we'll thank Alex, our technical director here on the show. Thank you, Alex, for everything you've done this season, mate.
Yes, good job, Alex. Thank you very much for keeping us honest and making sure that our voices are heard loud and clear every week. So I really appreciate that. Look forward to contributing next year.
I'd like to thank all of our major sponsors for the Moreland Zebras here this year. Landtrack, Mirabella Group, Essendon Jeep, Fiat. We've got Perfect Timber Floors, Rosengol Wholesale Foods, Barry Plant, Keilor Collision Centre, Crocams, Metal Form Group, and Degani in Coburg. Joe, from all of us here, thank you.
Thanks again, Dominic. Thanks for your help calling this year, and it's been great to work alongside you on a weekly basis.
Thank you, Joe. We'll see everyone again in the new year. From us here this year, thank you for tuning in, and goodbye for now.